It's prime time that you stop supporting that giant corporation that just barely discounts things and does this huge sell and sells a bunch of cheap Chinese plastic bull to people that don't know any different. Instead, support us, 25% off our entire site. Support handmade leather goods made right here in the US by me and my crew. It's our prime time deal, our Optimus Prime deal, whatever version of Prime we have to say to not get in trouble with Amazon. 25% off too. Don't support those giant corporate assholes. Support us. Check it out below. October is here. Oh, I just about missed my whole chair. Easymoc. You know, we've covered moccasin style boots quite a bit, especially Russell moccasins. You know, Russell moccasins they make them up at the top end of quality. They're one of the oldest moccasin makers, but they're not the only moccasin maker. And so this year for Mocktober, we're going over all the classic American-made moccasin boots, shoes, loafers. Not necessarily just to see who makes the best, but also to see the entire range of what's possible. Because like I said, Russell moccasins are a lot more heavy duty and made for the outdoors, whereas some of these other brands, like say like Rancourt, they're one of the top like loafer makers in the entire world that are true moccasins. And so that's what's gonna be fun about this. And Easymoc is one of the most requested moccasin styles that we've got because they're so unique. They're like a blend of some of these other moccasin brands that have a really unique pattern. And I don't exactly know what they did or didn't send us. So let's check out Easymoc. Let's go to the About page. A vintage Ford Bronco with shearling seat covers, that pair of handmade sun-faded Adirondack chairs. Out on the deck, your old man 64 Boston Whaler, I don't know what half this is, still revered as, this must be like East Coast stuff, still revered as unsinkable legend. These things bring us back to simpler times. They were created with careful intention and designed to be well loved and last. We've been making small batch hand sewn mocks for over a decade out of our own little workshop / garage in Lewiston, Maine, USA, both for ourselves and other brands. And finally, we felt it was time to build something special around our favorite products from our design archives. Our aim was to create a shoe that embodied that feeling, timeless but still timely, easy but not lazy, classic style and incredible quality. Simply put, they're made to be used and last a very long time. The Easymoc is equal parts house shoe, everyday shoe, and slipper, and they're made just the way we like it, hand sewn one at a time in small Maine workshop by moccasin craftsmen and decades of hand sewing experience. Above all else, they're made for a good time. So I don't know a ton about this brand, but I do know that they make one specific shoe that is like the Easymoc, and so I think they sent us a pair of the Easymocs. So yeah, that's kind of the question. What is an Easymoc? We'll find out. Okay, what are we unboxing our unboxing boxes with? Another NAF knife. Let's check this one out. Ooh, look at that blade. That looks like it's definitely not titanium because I don't think they make blades out of titanium, but it has that titanium kind of gunmetal color to it. And it's got this composite handle scales. The thing I love about NAF is you can just buy one knife, but you can buy a bunch of these different scales or handles and replace them. So you can like, instead of buying 1,000 different knives, you can kind of just get away with one and customize it how you want, which is really cool. I really like NAF knives, and does it say on their packaging? I'm pretty sure they're a US or a Utah-based company. Gotta support the locals. I love this too. The whole like breakdown schematics. The care guide has all the information, your little QR code, lifetime warranty, knife maintenance. It's pretty sweet. And unfortunately, I don't have that much more to unbox to show you. So I thought we'd do a little tease you with a couple projects that are not released yet, but you can get on our email list below to get early access and get in the front of the line to get in some of these. So one of the things that people are always asking us for nonstop, 24/7, is our Bloodcore stuff. That Bloodcore, huge shout out to Seidel for letting us keep that exclusive because it's been a battle to keep it exclusive, not from Seidel, but from other brands. And one of the most requested things out of Bloodcore is in this box. So let's unbox it. What? Bloodcore laces. Look at that. We finally got this dialed in because you can't just, actually I'll go grab a piece, I'll show you. So our exclusive Bloodcore leather is a Latigo base. It's an awesome leather for all weather, some of the toughest leather that's ever been invented. It's literally designed for the most structural strap to keep a saddle and you on the horse of your back, on the back of your horse. But on that same point, it's very stretchy. it's strong in big, thick straps because it's thick enough, but when you get it down to these thinner lace thicknesses, you can literally just tear it apart. As much as I'd love to just sell more of what we already have and not have to do a whole complete new tannage, that is not acceptable. We can't sell that. You know what I mean? It's kind of fun though, to be honest with you. Come on, focus on my hands. There you go. Oh, the one time it's hard. Stand up so I don't hurt myself. Okay, now, compared to the actual lace tannage, it's a completely different tannage. It's a lot drier, it's a lot stiffer, it's a lot thicker, or like, how do you say it? Not thicker, but like, it's just a lot tighter, I guess. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just a lot tighter leather. So, if we unroll this, little sample. Also, Sam made this little logo and I love it. I think it looks so good. Now, if I take a little piece of the lace, this is not an infomercial where I'm pretending, I swear. But you can see how much less it stretches even. I'm trying to get it on camera for you. I don't work out that much, but you know, I can't tear it. So, pass, flying colors. That's why we had to wait to do the laces, because we had to make sure we did it right with an actual lace tannage. And this stuff is tough. So, these aren't for sale yet, but they will be, so just get on that email list below because you'll get early access. And these laces sell like crazy, so I don't think we'll sell out, but who knows, we might give you a little exclusive discount. They might sell out. You get them before everybody else. And then, oops. And really the only other thing I wanted to just tease real quick. This is not nearly as close to being ready. It's gonna take us a little bit longer, but I wanted to tease this just because I've been having a lot of fun with it. And a version of this Taylor and Melvin used on the elk hunt that they absolutely crushed it. They tagged out within like a few days. So huge shout out to those guys. Absolutely crushed the hunt. What is this? Oh my gosh, look at that. Lasso XL. Let me go grab an actual lasso link so I can show you the size difference. What is a lasso link, you might be wondering? This is another one of my products I'm very, very proud of, because this camera neck strap takes 0 stitching and 0 rivets to hold this whole thing together. You get all this beautiful articulation. Like, look at that, are you kidding me? It conforms around your neck. You can flip it this way, you can flip it that way. You can add extra links to make it longer. You can add more to make it a crossbody sling. You can use it as a purse strap. And you still have the ability to take it on and off really easily because it's on a little buckle down there. But to take this whole thing off, you just pop that buckle off and the whole thing just slowly comes mechanically unraveled. And I love this product. It was so fun to design. I love the simplicity that we were able to accomplish with this. No stitching, no rivets. And it's not that we invented linking leather together, but I don't think anyone has done it quite like this, and especially for a camera neck strap. And it works, it's comfy, and it's fun to do. It's like a little DIY project. And right after we launched that, people were like, make one for guns, make one for guitars, make one for like all this stuff. I was like, that's actually a brilliant idea. And I actually designed this almost a year ago, but we've just been so swamped, and we were waiting for the new machine to get here, so we'd have to buy like a $3,000 die for this. But now that Campbell Randall Comel's cutter's finally here, and shout out to Campbell Randall for flying out to like set it up with us and like really helping us and making sure that we're doing it the right way and getting us a really cool machine in one of the most insane times in history to try to import anything, especially a giant machine. So huge shout out to Campbell Randall, and that's why we've been waiting for this. And on the hunt, Taylor and Melvin tested these as gunslings. I've been testing it as like a guitar strap. So stay tuned, this will come out eventually. Don't know when, but it's working really, really well. So now to the main event. If you want either of those Anvil products, they'll come out in the next couple months probably. So just get on that email list. That's where you get all the sales. That's where you get all the early access. Now to the Easymoc. Okay, let's do it. NAF knife. That's a NAF knife. What does NAF stand for? I always just thought it was like a play on words. No, that's a NAF knife. That's a really NAF knife. A little snack. A little slivery snack. snag. Ooh, look at that box. Oh my gosh. That is a nice Boss box. Hey, look at all these. Easymoc hooked it up. That is so cool. Look at this box. Dang, it's like, it's not debossed, it's embossed. I think that's the correct way. So one big box, one small box, two small box, three small box, four small box, and two big boxes, please. Dang. Heck yeah. It's been really cool that the Moc Toe brands are willing to work with us on this, because most of the brands have donated all this stuff so that we can actually show you guys. Because what is this? This has got to be like $3,000 worth of boots. Like this is 6 boots. Yeah, so it's at least like $3,000 worth of footwear. So huge shout out to Easymoc for sending these in just for us to destroy and get scrutinized. So it's always a good sign when a brand backs their stuff enough that they're willing to put it to the test. So let's start with the small boxes, because you know me, I like the big, chunky, heavy duty. I like the boots. I like the ridiculous stuff. So we'll start small and save the big boys for the end. Up first. Do we save the okay, we're gonna save, let's see. Okay. We've got 2, actually 3. Damn, these boxes are so nice. We've got 3 of these Mocs in 3 different sizes, so I can give you some sizing recommendations. And then we got the Easymoc. So we'll finally figure out what the heck an Easymoc is. So let's check these out. They're all in brown grizzly, so I'll just unbox one and we'll save the rest for the try on for sizing recommendations. This box is nice. It's one of the nicer boxes I've seen. Because I said this in a recent video, but these are paper wrapped. So you can't ship these flat like we do with all of our packaging. You have to ship them built, because they're paper wrapped by hand. Like a human being laid this down and glued it, I think. I'm pretty sure there's no machines that do it. Okay, what is the Moc? Ooh, I see a Vibram logo. Oh dang, look how simple that thing is. That is cool, because I'm a huge fan of like simplicity, and like, that was exactly what actually, this is not just a shameless plug, but it's the exact same idea as this. Like, simple is harder than you think. And when you see something that's really done well simply, it's always, to me, like the best way, the most intriguing way, and one of the coolest ways to do anything is like boil it down to the bare essentials and then try to build it off of that and only that and see where you end up. And that's kind of what this looks like. Because you've got, well, looks like you got a little seam right there. So this is one panel. Oh, it does wrap all the way around. No little seam here. So this is like a whole cut moccasin. Because obviously you have to have a Moc Toe here, so it's always gonna be, dang, that's cool. And I love this little outsole. That is cool. I didn't even know they made this. Moc? Ooh, wow, these are so cheap too. I thought, so probably a little less than $3,000, probably like $2,000. Look at this one. I'm gonna special request a pair of these. Look how, oh my gosh. I like the red sole, that bright yellow leather. It's $199. Made in the US, right? Yeah, handmade in the US. Dang, that's cool. This is cool. I'm gonna beg for one of those, one of these. So what is this? Meet the Moc. Not everything needs to be complicated. The Moc is our most stripped down, straightforward moc yet. Designed to be simple, tough, and ready for whatever you throw at it. Made from just 3 key pieces of leather, hand lasted onto a single Vibram sole. This shoe is clean, deconstructed, and intentionally raw. Deconstructed is a good word. I think that's what the word I was trying to get at, is like a deconstructed version of a moccasin that's then built up to like American manufacturing standards. And intentionally raw. And like all of my leather goods are usually more on the raw side of things, because I was raised around horse tack. You know, not these like perfect Italian finished bags and all these high-end bullshit. It's like function-based leather while still having that Western flair and enough finishing that it looks good, but it doesn't have to be like spotless and perfect because it's made for work. It's made for the outdoors. It's made for use. And so I love the raw edge, and like I've always loved that stuff. Just the same Easymoc craftsmanship baked into every stitch. No lining, no gimmicks, no shortcuts. Everything you need, nothing you don't. That is pretty freaking cool. I really want a pair of those yellow ones though. Pretty narrow toe box. Actually, I'll save that detail for that one. Okay, next, it's time to figure out what the an Easymoc is. Because that one seemed pretty easy to me. Like if I was gonna call a shoe an Easymoc, I probably would have called that shoe an Easymoc. I'm gonna put it away either. It's simple, it's pared down. So now, let's see what an Easymoc is. Easymoc by Easymoc. This packaging, I don't think you guys appreciate how cool this actually is. Cause see, like the little tab fits in this slot right there. It's very clean. What's an Easymoc? That's an oh, okay, dang, that's sick. So it's just like it's like a little loafer. Okay. Ooh, these are actually so sick. I'm pretty sure I started this video saying like, I don't really like loafers. Loafers they're not my thing. I like boots. I like these. That's so cool. I love this like cream sole. I love this little cutout here at the vibram. Got little stars for traction. And obviously, similar concept. Move this out of the way. Similar concept, because you've basically got a single piece of leather that wraps all the way around. You've got that mock toe stitch, but this one has laces. This one's just like a slip-on. That is so cool. I love this little shoe. It's perfect timing too. Working on a little project similar, nowhere near the coolness and quality of this, but you just wait. It's gonna be sick. This is like my perfect house slipper too. Like I usually actually Birks. So I love this style of shoe. Just easy to slip on. The one thing I do notice though is like, look how narrow these toe boxes are. I associate that with like East Coast. Either way, pointier, you know, rather than the super wide anatomical. But it looks like this Easymoc's a little bit wider, which I dig a lot. How much is an Easymoc? Let's find out. Oh, so these are more. $285 up to $325. But you can get it in some nice Chrome Excel, like this burgundy Chrome Excel. Yes, please. Ooh, that's a good looking little mock. Cause I love the idea of having like a little house slipper that's really cool and high quality. Because if you're like me, like I wear my house slippers every freaking day because Toaster takes a handful of litter and it's like, oh, hardwood floor? Scattered all over the floor. I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm walking in my childhood park when they slowly started putting just pea gravel in all the like playgrounds. Maybe that's a little too deep doctrine, but if you know what I mean, I used to put like pea gravel in playgrounds and everyone's like, oh, I can't even jump out of swings. I'm getting rocks embedded in my skull. Anyway, this is like the perfect combination of both of those ones I really like. Ooh, it's so cool. I love it. That is such a good looking little shoe. Probably just a little more labor intensive because it's lined. This one's not lined. This one has like the little heel stitch. This one just has a back stay. Probably should, let me do that again, sorry. But there are some differences. Like the Easymoc is fully lined, where this Mill Moc is not. This one has a nice rolled, comfortable edge. This is a raw edge. So it seems like it makes sense that it's a little more expensive. Yeah, but they might be built different too. Like, is this one even like a true moccasin? Yeah, it is. I can feel the seamless sidewall. So, you know what would be really nice is like an affordable Easymoc. Maybe they have it. Now to the boots, the Moc Toe boots. We got a Wrangly. Oh, we got two different boots and a scout boot. What should we start with? Wrangly? Woo! Easymoc coasters. Some laces. What do the Easymoc boots look like? Oh. What the heck? This thing is gnarly. What the I didn't even know they made this beefy of a boot. This has like a full like heel stack with, I think is that foam or is that leather in between there? Look at that thing. What the heck? I know Easymoc made like boots, but this is like a boot. That is crazy. Look at that thing. And this leather is really interesting. I wonder if it looks kind of like a CF Stead leather. What the heck? Okay, there's so many unique little things on this. Because it looks like you've got a molded sole. You've got like that mock toe stitch, obviously, but then you've got this little cutout right here at the toe for what? I have no idea. That is so interesting. And then this tongue is like framed all the way up. It's fully lined. It has a little cutout right here. Little flex cutout. What the heck? And then it's a Vibram outsole. There's nails driven through the heel. I think that's foam in the heel. That is crazy. What about the inside? This boot is nuts. It's permanent insole. It's glued down, so I can't tell you. What? This is a sick little boot. Look at that. Look at that thing. That's a nuts looking little boot. Because this heel is kind of counterintuitive to what most people would associate with moccasins, because moccasins are really flat, really low, very little heels. But this has a nice big chunky heel. That's so cool. I am excited to cut this one in half. Okay, then what is the Scout boot? Scout boot. Scout boot. What is a Scout boot? Scout boot. Pronounces their T's anyway. It's a waste of time and energy. Scout boot. Scout boot. Ooh, a very classy, clean little boot. Wow, look at that outsole. I've never even seen that outsole before. It's a Vibram blown rubber outsole. Maybe not blown rubber, it might be polyurethane. Oh, we didn't even look up the info. Okay, hold up. We got a little carried away. We gotta figure out how much this Wrangly is. Whoa. Dang. $795. That thing is wicked. So this is waxed elk and snuffed kudu. Snuff kudu. That is so funny. We just got done with the elk hunt. I think this one looks a little bit lighter, so it might be a different leather, but it looks close enough that I bet it's that elk and kudu. Meet the Wrangly boot. Discover the untamed spirit of Wrangly, Maine with our latest masterpiece, the Wrangly boot. Inspired by the rugged beauty of New England outdoors, our loggers and hunters, this boot is not just footwear. It's an innovation to embrace the wilderness in New England style. The Wrangly boot captures the essence of this picturesque region in every stitch and contour. The Wrangly pays homage to the traditions of New England while stepping boldly into the future of hand sews. With its double, triple vamp construction, waterproof leather, and hand sewing, it's a combination of all the best qualities we produce. They're made in very small batches, just the way they should be, hand sewn one at a time, small Maine garage by traditional moccasin craftsmen with decades of experience. No corners cut from stitch to last, these are the real deal. So sick. Kudu. CF Stead too, CF Stead's really good leather. 100 Montagna. Lug, custom heel and forefoot. Montagna sole. Oh, I was thinking about this sole. That's what I was trying to figure out. I got confused. Dang, but it is not cheap, $795. But it looks like they have the regular Langley boot that's not in the special leathers for $655. This looks like it's a Chrome XL. Yeah, natural Chrome XL. Comes with it comes with this sole. I love that they sent me this one. This one's so ridiculous. Cool. Okay, anyway, to the actual Scout boot. $465. Natural Chrome XL. The Scout boot is a chukka-height, do-all classic boot that will break in and mold to your foot with age. They're made in very small batches, just the way they should be, hand sewn one at a time in small, we've read these before. Famous Horwee natural Chrome XL leather. Fairfield Martexan USA wax canvas. That's nice. Nice touch there. Ortholite Comfort Hybrid Recycled Footbed. 100% recycled breathable mesh footbed cover. Vibram 2062 Olympic Moreflex sole. Just trying to figure out what this material is. I'm assuming since it's Vibram, it's rubber, but you never know. Let's find out. Okay, it's an EVA-based rubber compound intended for lifestyle functions while requiring lightness while offering good grip and durability. Also, it is EVA rubber compound. How can you have an EVA-based rubber compound? No, EVA is not rubber, but it's a type of plastic. So maybe it's both. That's really interesting. It feels more like an EVA or polyurethane than rubber. It doesn't have like a cold, like sticky feel to it. Wow, this is a pretty cool boot too, because you've got that midsole layer, and then you've got that veg tan leather layer. Got the, looks like a molded sole. We don't really know until we get it cut in half. This one's also fully lined, and it's this really soft, I bet it's deer hide. That looks like deer skin. I bet that's deer hide though. And these are finished. This one is not quite as finished as well. It's a big beefy monster boot, but this one's finished really, really cleanly. I love this little part of the toe as well. And I think when we actually do this video, we're gonna figure out what this stitch is for and how it's a part of the manufacturing process of moccasins. And because sometimes you see this and it has nothing to do with the construction, it's just like a vestigial remnant of when they used to have to do this for moccasins. And that's what's gonna be cool about this moc toe, is we're gonna go through the history of moccasins, where they started, why they started, who took what from who, and like how these brands ended up with moc toe boots that have no moccasin construction in them. Because it's arguably, I think, a pretty easy argument that there's more moc toe boots that aren't moccasin style than there are moc toe boots that are moccasin style. How much is this? $465. Yeah, that's a cool little boot. Dang, that's so sick. Okay, let's try them on. Let's figure out sizing. I think we gotta do this one for the main video, right? The cut in half video. But let me know. We could do either. We could do both. So let me know which of these 4 you want us to cut, because all these are pretty cool. This one just really got me going. This one's so ridiculous. And like, look how thick the tongue is right there. That's 3 layers of leather, but it's really soft tumbled leather. Anyway, let's try on some sizes and figure out what my sizing recommendation is. Because fortunately, they sent me 3 pairs in 3 sizes. So sizing wise, I'm a 10 on the Brannock. For sneakers, I wear 10.5s or 11s. And for like Pacific Northwest boots, Red Wing boots, Heritage boots, I'm usually like a 9.5. So we've got 10.5, we've got 10, and we've got 9.5. Ooh, I've got to keep these straight too, because there's no size markers on them. And I'll screw it up for sure. I do it every time I do one of these videos. I get too excited. So let's just try true to Brannock first. See how that ends up fitting. 9, no, this is a size 10. 10 on the Brannock. So if this fits, go true to Brannock. What am I wearing today? I already showed you, Birkenstocks. Okay. So my toe goes to there. That's like the end of, that's like simulating my big toe. And I'm standing up. My big toe goes to about there, but I don't feel too much pressure anywhere. And because it's a moccasin construction, even though it's narrow looking, it'll bulge out. And that's why I was like, it's not that big of a deal if it looks super narrow, because these are moccasins. They kind of expand and shape to you because it's seamless underneath your foot. Okay, now we're trying the 9.5, going a little bit smaller to see if that's a better fit. So this 9.5, half a size down from my Brannock, puts just a little bit of pressure on my pinky toe and my second pinky toe. And that will bulge out, but right now my toe is basically right at the end. It's not touching the end, but I wouldn't want to go any smaller than that for sure, no matter what. So I think you go true to Brannock. Let's try the 10.5s. But you're gonna want to always refer to their sizing, because I've got really narrow feet, and I like having plenty of wiggle room in my shoes. I do not like having pressure on my toes. And so, like my buddy Jay, he's the opposite. He technically, I think, has like bigger feet than me, but he wears smaller size than me because he likes to have like that tightness in his shoes. So 10.5, my toe goes to about there. 10, my toe goes to there. And 9, my toe goes to there. I don't think I would go with the 10.5 because that just feels like it's a little bit long in the toe. And I think I get just enough width out of the 10, which is this one. So I would say go true to your Brannock if you want just like a normal fit. It's not gonna be too much pressure on your toes, but still give you some wiggle room and give you the opportunity to wear different socks and stuff, but it will still bulge out and be comfortable. If you really like that tighter fit and you really want that slim, where your feet fill up the entire area. You maybe go down half a size from your Brannock, but that's where I would stay. You know, I think that seems fine, because I've got the 10s on right now. If you want a super wide fit, and it's, you know, there might be a case to go up half size from your Brannock, but not for my feet. Like I don't need to go up half size for anything for this one. So I think that's it. I'm gonna have to write the sizes on these because I'm gonna get these all lost and confused. Okay, that's it. So here's your sizing guide. Here's a little preview of the Easymoc video. So let me know. Oh my gosh, look how wide this pull tab is. That's so funny. I don't have any other boots to compare it, but it's ridiculous. Let me know which ones you want me to cut. You know, obviously it's a pretty easy contender there, but I'll be open to hear if you guys want to see all 4 cut, just 2 of them, the 2 loafers in a different video, because they're all very different looking from the outside, and so I'm assuming they're differently built as well, built differently. So check out Easymoc, links in the description. Check out NAF Knives, love a good Utah brand, nice high quality knives, very supportive of the channel. And check out our lasso link and the XL that's gonna be coming out soon. Check out our laces and the blood core laces that'll be out very soon. And thank you guys. Obviously, I have fun doing these. You know, like it's one of my favorite things to record is just sitting down and geeking out and unboxing really cool stuff that these brands are sending in, so I can just show you guys how excited I am and let you guys kind of help me guide which of these you want to see destroyed, dissected, and like really analyzed to figure out what they are, how they work. And it's all because you guys watch this channel. So thank you guys. See ya.